Hi, I'm Patrick, and in this video, well, here I am out in the middle of nowhere again, and this time it's in a cold area, and the reason is walking around behind me there is it turns out there are cold chickens, and this island was covered with them. I don't know where that one came from because I built this structure, and on the inside, I captured a bunch and convinced them to give me their eggs. I don't know how that happened. Um, but anyway, I got a whole bunch of their eggs here, and I took them home. Oh, and you may have noticed I'm wearing my adventuring armor. Oh, interesting area. I obviously haven't been out here very much because that lava is still flowing. But, yeah, I just had to do that. Now, this is interesting because I just came from there, which is hundreds of blocks from my gold farm, which is somewhere over there. And this guy used to be part of that gold farm, and well, he escaped and has been wandering around out here by himself ever since. I'm going to leave a marker right here to show where he is because he's made it a long way. And you can see there's the gold farm. There he is. All right, well, it's been working. I've actually been on. All right, well, this is what I had been wondering. You don't have to know what that sound is. So what happened was, because this is outside of this chunk, they all just slowly built up over here. And over the last several hours of my gameplay, all of this came through. So, like, there's no telling how much is up there. Still coming through. So, in conclusion, yes, this works, but it could eventually cause lag. Alright, well, I've come back here with nearly an entire dispenser full of the cold weather chicken eggs. And here we go. That dispenser is going to get rid of all of those cold weather chicken eggs. And now we have cold weather chicken along with the Savannah chickens. And, well, they're going to get mixed in. But anyway, soon there will be a mixture of cold and warm weather chicken eggs. And we'll have a mixture of cold and warm weather chickens. And probably should get some regular chickens to mix in so I can have all three kinds of chicken eggs stored up. But I think that'll do. Okay, while I'm down here, it's time for the weekly checkup on the competing cactus farms. Okay, so we're still at 4 and a little over a half stacks of cactus from the old style cactus farm. Which, by the way, I think was either double or triple stacked and takes up about twice the footprint of this one. So, meanwhile, in the time that it took 4 and a little over half a stack, I've got 9, 10, over 10 stacks. So twice as much, plus nearly 2 stacks of cactus flowers, which is actually increasing the cactus flowers a pretty good amount. Okay, well, back here underground, now they have all the copper golems have all completely and totally oxidized and turned into statues. Now, don't worry that they're turned into statues, because they still have a purpose. If I ever need copper golems somewhere, I can take these statues and bring them back to life, and they're easily transported. Also, I've replaced the copper blocks a while back with a few random pieces of copper things. And the problem with chains is sometimes, where did I get those? Oh, those were in one of the chests. I need to put those out. The problem with oxidizing copper chains is that oxidized or is it not? It is not. So I'll put it back. Is that one oxidized? It is. So if one comes back into my hotbar like that one, I know it's not. And that's a problem. But like, you can tell with iron bars that that's oxidized. It's just a little frustrating. All right, well, back over here with my Nautiluses, Nautili, whatever. The copper is on the regular Nautilus, and the zombie Nautilus has the silver armor. And there we go. This one did take a little bit of damage because I tested it out. I stayed on dry land with it for just a few seconds, and it started taking damage, so I jumped back in the water with it, and it was fine. It'll eventually heal back, I'm sure. But it does have its own armor now. There's... Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't want anything to do with that guy. I mean, that's a little guy, but... No, I need... Yeah. Okay, there's one last update here at my base, or actually way under my base. And that is this system of collecting bamboo, block of bamboo, And I'm using these hoppers and chests to climb up here. What I did was underneath the collection for the bamboo farm that like has probably hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of bamboo, which, by the way, bamboo is evil. But what I did was I took them and using hoppers under all of them, I have centralized them into two lines, one line from that group of hopper, or one line from that group of chests, one line from this group of chests. This group goes in from the top, that group goes in from the side. Then I have a comparator that I put in. You have to stand this way and put it in so it's comparing the crafter. This was the first crafter I ever made. I had to look up the recipe because there was one part of it I had never picked up since the update. Anyway, it feeds in 9 bamboo and 2 at a time because there's 2 hoppers feeding it. And this redstone line comes out, and when it gets right here, you can see this piece, I think, still has power. This one is unpowered when there are only 8 pieces of bamboo. When there are 9 pieces of bamboo, that piece lights up. And when that lights up, it hits the repeater. That repeater, that does nothing. That repeater comes over here and it powers the crafter, which produces a block. It spits that block out right here, and I put 3 blocks around it just so nothing would fall out. And it goes into that hopper right there, which goes into this, and then it works its way down. Eventually, I know all of these will probably be full, and that's just from what's already up there. But this is, I mean, this is what I have so far. I'll never use this much. But I'll tell you one thing. If I ever need to make a bunch of chests, I want to come down here and get that. um, Apparently the iron golem doesn't care. It's just watching in curiosity. The slime just gave up and disappeared. That's kind of sad. Well, I had an adventure, and now I have 2 kinds of chickens downstairs in my egg farm. Know that the iron farm works, but only half of it. Um, I'm automatically crafting bamboo, and I don't know what I'm going to do with the bamboo wood blocks other than make chests eventually because I just don't really like that block. But anyway, that's all for this one. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.